Hi everyone, it's Nick from TraderLion here with the short video on new trader versus experienced trader. What I hope to cover in this video is just a very brief overview of kind of the difference in the thought process and the expectations between new traders and experienced traders, so you can kind of see where the psychological differences come into play and why they matter. So first up, psychology. So new trader, they're going to have unrealistic expectations, and while an experienced trader will have realistic expectations. So basically, new traders get greedy. They say, okay, I'm going to double my account in the next 6 months. They have no plan, they have no basis for that, but that is their expectations. While an experienced trader will have practical expectations and they know not to expect anything unrealistic. New traders look for constant action. They're very impatient. They want to trade day in and day out. They think that that is the best way to make money. Experienced traders, they remain patient. There's a time to trade, there's a time not to trade. And when odds are not in your favor, you do not trade, you be patient. Otherwise, you're going to chop up your profits or just lose more if you're already in the hole. New traders are influenced by greed and fear. Experienced traders use a trading plan. Greed and fear are killers. This is one of the biggest issues with new traders. They want to make money and they're afraid to lose money, and they let that influence their decisions. So if they see something moving, they want to get in, they'll chase it. If they're afraid because something's not going the right way, they'll get out even when the trade's absolutely fine. So an experienced trader uses a trading plan and follows that trading plan. And then last, for psychology, new traders eventually stop learning, and experienced traders never stop learning. It doesn't matter if you trade for 5 years or you trade for 40 years, there's always more to learn. The learning never ever stops. You learn every single day. And when new traders think that they've learned everything and there's nothing else to learn, that's very dangerous. Next up, risk. New traders act like gamblers while experienced traders act like business people. New traders will bet the farm, experienced traders will control their trading size. So new traders, profits are number one priority, and experienced traders, managing risk is number one priority. New traders try to prove they're right, and experienced traders admit when they are wrong. So this whole thing on risk here, basically new traders are focusing on profits. They're not focusing on risk. When they put on a trade, they don't even take into account that the trade might go wrong, so they don't plan for it. They take the trade just focusing on the profits that they can make. They'll usually put too big of a position size, and this is gambling. They try to prove that they're right. Where an experienced trader, they're going to control their position size. They're going to focus on managing risk over profits. If you focus on managing your risk will always stay intact, and profits will just come naturally. You don't want to focus on profits ever. You always want to be focusing on managing your risk. Conduct yourself like a business person, and most importantly, admit when they are wrong. Trading is probability, so you're never going to be right all the time. And if you're wrong, it doesn't mean that you're a bad trader. It's part of trading. Being wrong is part of the game. And as an experienced trader, you learn to accept that and you admit when you're wrong, where new traders will tend to need to prove that they're right. They have an emotional connection to needing to be right, which is very dangerous. That could end up hurting your account tremendously. So last up is methodology. For new traders, they change systems with a loss, and experienced traders stick with a system despite a loss. So what that means is new traders are constantly looking for a winning system. If a system's working for them, as soon as they take a loss, they automatically think that something's wrong with their trading system, and they start looking for a new trading system. There is no secret trading system, and that's what we really try to make clear. There's no secret trading system. You keep it very simple. And so we've got our trading system. It doesn't work all the time. Like we said, it's a game of probabilities. You're always going to take losses. But just because you take a loss, it doesn't invalidate the trading system. Over time, it works. It's very profitable. We know that there's no secret trading system that you will never incur a loss with. New traders trade based on opinions. Experienced traders trade based on probabilities. This goes into the emotional aspect that we've been talking about. New traders will have opinions of why something should go up, and so they put a lot of emphasis on that, but your opinion means absolutely nothing. Experienced traders focus on the probabilities, and that goes into your whole trading system. You know what you buy, you know what you look for, and you know the risk that you set. And that's what keeps you at an advantage. That's what keeps you profitable. If the probabilities are against you, you wouldn't take that trade even if you really think or have a strong opinion that something's going up. Probability, the odds are against you, you're not going to take that trade, where a new trader would likely jump into it because, again, they need to prove that they're right. New traders try to predict, experienced traders follow what the market says. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future of the market. Nobody can tell where the market will be a month from now. As you become more experienced in trading, you realize that the only way to be profitable is you don't have opinions, you don't predict, you read the information that the market is giving you, and you make your decisions based on that. New traders trade against the trend, experienced traders follow the trend. We always talk about the trend is your friend. If you're going against the trend, that's just putting the odds against you even more. You want to follow the trend and you want to trade with the trend. And finally, new traders cut winners short and they let losers run. And that's the opposite for experienced traders. They cut losses short and they let winners run. For new traders, this all goes hand in hand. So you let your losers run. And why is that? It's because you don't want to realize the loss. In your head, you didn't take a loss until you're out of the trade. And so you try to predict that it's going to turn around. You have an opinion that it's going to keep going up, and you're making emotional decisions. And that's never what you want to do. And so your losers end up becoming much bigger losses than they should have when you should have cut them short. And that ends up turning into cutting winners short. Now you're experiencing big losses because you don't know when to cut them. And so anytime you have a winner, you automatically want to take the profit off of the table. And that's why it's a terrible cycle that you get stuck into when you let your losers run, because now as soon as it's green, you want to take that profit because you're afraid it's going to turn into a loss. Where an experienced trader is going to do the exact opposite. They have a trading plan, they read what the market tells them, and they trade based on probabilities. If they have a loss, they've got their risk managed and they focus on that, and they always keep their losses cut short. So they never have to worry about big losses piling up. The losses are always small losses, and therefore they don't take any serious hits. And so they can let their winners run. They know that nothing goes straight up. Winners are going to move up and down every day, but they're going to follow the overall trend, most likely, as long as you're in the right stock. And so you want to let your winners work as long as they can for you without cutting them short. So that's going to be the end of this video. I apologize for it running on longer than expected. There's still stuff that I wanted to get to, so some of them will be answered in tomorrow's video, when to take profits, and the rest I will be doing a follow-up video as well on this. So I hope that this video was helpful to kind of show you how the mindsets between new traders and experienced traders kind of differ, and what it is that really sets the profitable traders apart from the non-profitable traders. If anybody has any questions, as always, feel free to ask. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.